everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. What's happening, gentlemen?
Only 212 more days till football.
For real. For real.
Well, that's 212 more days to disappointment in my life. So, yeah.
Man. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be weird here in about a week, right? When there's just not a lot going on. I guess at least we have the Olympics. You do have some of that, but
hey, the U.S. Mixed couples curling is defeated the reigning gold medalists and are on to the gold medal round. They're at least going to get a silver.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'll take that. Hey, but you know what? We're going to do that, Pags. We're going to speak it into existence that the U.S. will win curling. We're going to put that out there in the universe.
Well, and that one at least. That they haven't played the 4-man curling yet or anything. This is the mixed couples curling. So husband and wife team.
That is cool.
Is winning. And they beat the Italians.
It's funny if you haven't done curling, I suggest you do it.
Like, I do curling, Bo. I like curling.
You haven't done curls in years. What are you talking about?
Well, that's true. I have not.
Unless it says
he's eating some cheese curls is what he's been doing.
Unless it says Modelo and has a 12-ounce on the bottom. No, it's but no, like it is actually a ton of fun. We ended up doing it for a friend's birthday years ago now, but because randomly there was a curling club here in Seattle. I was not aware of it. I've probably driven by it 5 million times, and you know, I was like, oh, cool. That sounds hilarious. And then we went and played, and it was a blast. So if you've never done it and you have a spot that offers it in your city, check it out because it is pretty entertaining.
Hey, since you've obviously have played curling, Bo, and I've never played curling, I've just seen it on TV. What exactly? So obviously they got the sticks and they squirt the ice to make it go. What exactly is that? Is it just a squeegee, or what exactly is that at the end of the stick that does what they're doing?
Basically.
Is it a broom?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're basically moving like ice shavings and stuff around to help move the rock, right?
Right.
I thought it was a sponge, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's like you would know better if you've done it. Like, is it a thin, like a fine bristle brush?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like super small, and I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not like a giant like shop push broom or something, which would be hilarious. And there may be different versions of it. Like it may have just been because this is a public thing you can do. Like maybe they had something different than what you would have in Olympic competition, right? Might be one of those situations where it's drunk people doing this and they don't want you to break their equipment. So they're like, here, have a broom. So, I mean, you know, so, but yeah, it was basically like, it was like squeegee size, right? But then it had like, it looked like it had little bristles to the bottom of it. So, and again, I think that was just to be able to move, you know, you're essentially kind of like polishing the ice as you go to help that rock move around the way it's supposed to, speed up, slow down, whatever.
It's very interesting. That is interesting.
Gotcha.
So
I have not seen any of that. Like
I was today.
What's that?
Yeah, I've only seen it on TV. I've never seen it in person, just on TV.
Again, if you have one in your city, go check it out.
I'm going to be
surprised.
I don't know if they'd have one in Houston.
Yeah, Houston doesn't seem like a curling hub.
So the thing that's funny is you wouldn't really think that in Seattle either, but they serve alcohol, and so there's not really a city that it wouldn't work in.
Right. No, I get it.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm Googling. I'm curious to see if there is what is it? Curling? I guess they're like clubs, right? Curling clubs. Is that what this is? Okay. All right.
I mean, you're asking the wrong person. I did it because somebody did it for.
I'll be damned.
Like
Curling Club of Houston. Curling
There
Club of
you go.
Houston is dedicated to growing the sport of curling by offering curlers who move to Houston the chance to continue their sport. I'll be damned.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna have to go find. You know what? That sounds like something I could do a quick video in. I can send it to you, Bo. Just see what Houston curling looks like.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, I'm down for that.
Actually, send the video of you trying to do the curling. That would be something to watch.
Yes,
Whether you're
especially when
good, bad, sliding on the ice. Like I could see you doing one of them, like skibbity.
so you do get special coverings for your shoes. So you don't just go out there and fall down constantly, although that would be hilarious. They actually give you some stuff that helps give you some traction. Protect the groin. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, you actually are able to move around on the ice pretty much easier than you would think with the little shoe coverings that you wear.
And I think I would be a pretty good curler because I have a very fast, brushing movement. I could brush pretty fast. No,
Does that go again?
I can do that. I think. Well, okay. But is there like a technique for this or something? I don't understand it. I mean, you're just going backwards and forwards, right? I mean, what's the technique here? I mean, but is it like a cardio thing or something, or like?
He was like jackhammering something there. It was...
Yeah. So
I'm
not that.
sorry. I guess I got to work on my technique. My technique is a little off.
But the Winter Olympics, I mean, obviously right now it's how about Lindsey Vaughn? Lindsey Vaughn had to get medevaced out, and that wasn't very nice. That
was too bad. She had a ruptured ACL, decided to go anyway, and went down hard, airlifted out. So it was unfortunate. She did release a statement saying she didn't regret any of it. You chase your dreams. It's to that moment. It's once every 4 years, right? So I mean, you're gonna try, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. But yeah, it's too bad.
Do you think that the torn ACL had anything to do with her not being able to get her on that gate more efficiently? Do you think that had any kind of, or do you think it was no impact at all?
No, of course it does. You're talking about a less stable joint, right? As soon as you have tendons that are not where they're supposed to be, that joint just isn't the same. So would her knee being 100% going around that gate, would it have mattered? I don't know, because the way she went through it, hitting that gate kind of spun her a little bit.
Right.
So she still went down. Right.
Right.
So I don't know that the knee necessarily took her out, but it certainly didn't help. Right.
Right. And the reason why I wanted to ask you that was I have seen lots and lots of people talking about how the ACL had nothing to do with that accident, period. And that's why I was wanting to get your, because I know nobody knows ACL injuries. Like, I know you've had those types of things. And that's why I wanted to get your opinion, because a lot of people are saying that it had nothing to do with it. So I want to get your perspective on it.
Yeah. So it when you see how she hit that gate, right, it kind of spun her at that speed. I don't like having a more stable knee wouldn't have mattered. Right. Because I mean,
Right.
you're already twisting as you were coming off the ground. There's no real way to bring that back in. Right. Like it was just this like slow spin. Like she would have been going down anyway.
Do you think that was her maybe more that she just chose the wrong line to follow going through the course then?
Yeah, she was probably just a little too tight to the gate. Maybe she, was a little long coming into it or something. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't know that her knee injury would have changed the outcome of that particular incident. Now, it may have changed how she got there, right? Like maybe the knee injury made it so she was a little long going into that gate, and that's why she hit it the way she did. Like I don't know, right?
That was kind of makes sense. Maybe she was favoring that turn, so maybe she took a little tighter than she normally would if she maybe had a good ACL. And that's why I can see maybe some things like that, like you said, coming into play. Yeah,
and they very well could have, but there's no way to know that.
But one thing I've seen also is that I have seen also some things that says, or some posts that have said that Lindsey Vaughn they felt like she was selfish for taking a spot from somebody else. And I'm thinking, like, that doesn't make sense because you have to earn those spots. Like, you have to go and qualify to get those. It's not they're just giving them out, correct? So I don't know how that would be taking a spot away if she outperformed somebody else.
So what it is it's taking a spot away from somebody that had a fully functional knee, right? So she earned her spot, but then she hurt herself before, right? So she hurt her knee before she got there. So she went out there knowing that her knee was messed up. So that's why they're saying she took a spot, because she could have bowed out and then a healthy rider could have went in place.
Right. But now her ego got in the way, and I did this, and now I'm retiring, and I broke my leg, and she says, it had nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with it.
Absolutely.
So it's like I was actually a little pissed off about it. So, but
I mean, she's 41 years old, and she had two jacked up, one ACL bat, and then a shattered leg on the other. I mean, there's no way she's going to come. Not with her and her age. She's coming back from that. She had to retire.
No. Like this was her last time, and that's why she did it, because this was her last time.
But I think I understand where Pax. If I understand where your anger or upsetness is coming, because I think I had the same upset.
She's had her day in the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you were hurt. You were hurt. Right. You had a sprained ACL or a torn ACL, and you decided to still go ahead and do it. And karma has a way of catching up, I think. This is how I felt about that. It was just like, I was happy that the other American girl won the gold, though. She won the gold in the same one. So it was also a little funny that there were 3 people that got injured in that exact same spot.
Yeah. No, and this is exactly right. The way she hit that gate, exactly. Like she was gonna spin no matter what. So.
One of the coolest sports I have seen so far, and I didn't even know this was a thing. I mean, I knew they kind of did it in snowboarding, but I didn't know they did it with skis. Was the way they went, like the way they did the freestyle skiing, where you got the rail and then they got the jumps. It was almost kind of like skateboarding, but on skis. I just thought that was the coolest damn thing I've seen. I didn't even know that was a thing, like they were doing that. But that looks incredibly hard.
Oh yeah, that's been part of it for years, man.
Has it? Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched too much Winter Olympics. I watched, I guess, more of the Summer Olympics. So I'm kind of seeing some new things I haven't seen before. But I thought it was really cool. I mean, that looks difficult as hell, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, Shaun White used to dominate that forever.
Okay. No, I always thought Shaun White was the snowboarder. I didn't know he did it on skis. Same part. Okay, I got you.
So he did it on a board, right?
Yeah, whether you get the short skis or the board, it's same. It's same type of idea.
Yeah. Well, it was really cool. I mean, I would kill myself trying to do that, but it's fun watching them do it. It's fun watching them do it, though.
But, anyways, yeah, that's along with everything else that's happening there, like obviously the women's hockey team is kicking ass.
Yes.
They are really destroying everybody. It's going to be, I mean, I think it's just a matter of time before it's the U.S. and Canada in the finals, like for the gold.
Well,
gold
I mean,
medal.
especially when you look at, right now they've played 3 games, the women have, right? And the teams they beat were Czechia, Finland, and Switzerland. The records of those are 1-6-1, right? So they're not exactly juggernauts. They are in Group A, though, with Canada. So just to get out of Group A, they're going to have to face Canada.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they've solidly beat the teams they've played. So I'm really looking forward to them, squaring off against, some of the top competition in the Olympics here. But, and of course, the men's start tomorrow?
I think so.
I was going to ask you. Okay. Because that's the one I wanted to find. I wanted to watch the men's. So
yeah, I think they start tomorrow, if I remember right.
Any word on what the expectation is from the men's team? Are they expecting silver, bronze, gold, not medaling? What are we looking like this year?
It's also looking like, depending on the injuries, because Canada is starting to get a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
Obviously Russia has always got a good team. I don't even know if Russia is allowed in still. Like, is Russia there, or is it the Olympic Olympic team. Like it's like the
No,
where they have.
I'll have to look because I
That's actually a
forgot.
good question.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I would.
So, but yeah, like the Czech is always Czech Republic or whatever they are now.
Yep.
Is always good. Kazakhstan has become much better because I mean it's also really good in hockey. Finland, Sweden, also have great teams, with a lot of uh, NHL players that are playing there. So I think that the Russians got to be there, like maybe it's Ukraine, that's sent over there, but I'm sure they don't have Russian players, not right this second, at least.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, Italy women is in the quarterfinals for the first time ever. Italy is not typically a good hockey country, but hey, God bless. The women are going to be in the quarterfinals for the very first time, and that's some of the good thing about having home field advantage. That's that they do have home field advantage. As of right now, Italy is leading the uh, medals count. They have a lot of bronzes,
Yep.
but
Yeah, but
they
have
they
they
are
have
leading the medal count.
10 medals currently, I think.
I
So
thought it was more than that. They
Russia
have 11 medals.
11. Okay.
Yeah,
Russia.
2 gold, 2 silver, 7 bronze.
Nice. Russia,
And
Russia is officially banned from the 2026 Olympics. There are a limited number of Russian athletes that are individual neutral athletes. They were forbidden from being in the opening ceremonies, and it is very limited as far as what events they can compete in, but they cannot represent their country.
right.
So, real quick, I just want to kind of go back to that curling thing for a second. So, I just found out the Houston Curling Club has a Valentine's Day special, and apparently they say no experience is needed and all equipment provided. I'm just going to go there with the Home Depot broom and see if they'll let me use my own equipment. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
I was going to
But
say,
I'm just teasing. No, I just thought it'd be kind of funny. But no, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tell the wife we're going curling for Valentine's Day, and yeah, I'll record it and see if I can send it to you guys. It's gonna be kind of funny.
Yeah, I think you're going to be surprised. It's actually, I mean, it is supersized shuffleboard is really what it is.
I got you. That's interesting though. I learn something every day on this show. Did not know that.
Yeah.
You know what I love about the ski jumpers. The male ski jumpers have been shooting their nut sacks up with
Yes.
Stop it.
it's a thing. It's a
Why?
and they have been shooting it up with a an acid of some sort. It's not like hydrochloric acid. I don't think of it like that, but it's doing. It's enlarging their ball sack, which allows them to get a bigger suit, and they've determined that the bigger suit actually helps in flight.
Yeah.
Because you have more wind resistance. So
Exactly.
if you were to shoot your nutsack up,
hold on. I'm trying to see how this plays out. So I'm in the equipment room, and Mike, the equipment guy, comes up and says, "Jay, need you to come over here. Your ball sack's a little too small. We got to get you up to at least an extra large because your wind resistance is not there." I mean, I could you just see how that works? Here, Mike, here's my ball sack. Shoot me up. I mean,
why do I feel like you've heard that a million times anyway?
That is nuts. That's a real thing.
it is a real thing, and it's actually illegal. It is illegal. So they are testing ball sacks for this acid of some sort. I don't know what the acid is, but it's literally it's like silicone going into your ball sack so that you could get a bigger suit so that you can play flying squirrel.
Yep.
I could just see him going
That's
home.
what this is.
I can just see him going home to his wife. Mike, your balls tend to be a little bit bigger than when you left the house. Anything happened
What are you
today?
talking about? The wife is like, can you inject that somewhere else too? Or like, can you just make the whole thing bigger?
That is awesome.
Man.
Especially too, because like they do metrics for everything, right? I mean, you look at football, they do metrics of like your hand size, you know, your thigh size, your shoe size. I mean, all these different metrics are in sports. That's an interesting metric in the world of ski jumping. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that again.
It's a
Trying.
hyaluronic acid into their genital area to create a larger, stiffer profile, theoretically increasing the suit's surface area to gain more lift and distance. They were saying that it actually can make the difference of about 6 to 10 feet.
Damn.
That's insane.
I ain't say just having a bigger ball sack.
Okay. Cosmetic filler. There you go.
Wow. Now I'm telling you, I'm learning more about this sport as we go along, and or just in general, and it's incredible.
So now that that's banned, it's going to be Botox injections.
or I mean, why not just have a girl just like kick you in the nuts about 18 times?
Well,
make them swell.
You gotta really want to win.
Why not just have a prosthetic? I mean, can't they do like part of your equipment? Can they put equipment in there? I mean, you know, I'm seriously, if that is what it's doing, then why not just have a prosthetic or something that like part of your equipment?
Yeah, you can't do that, Jay. Like that's obvious cheating.
I don't know. I mean,
you gotta be under the radar. Like you're not doing cheating right. You can't be like, look, I have a thing that makes me better. You got to be like, oh, maybe I do, maybe I don't. You have to find it.
Oh, the tangled web we weave.
That's right.
But I am learning some cool stuff today, Pax. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, that's funny. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, it was something that I saw coming out and was like, okay, and it was surprising to hear that it does make a difference of about, like I said, it could make a difference of like 6 feet. If you have your balls shot up to not having your balls shot up, it makes a difference of 6 to 10 feet.
It would have to, though, because otherwise it wouldn't be worth the effort. Like if it was,
no, it wouldn't. I mean, let's be honest. And let me ask you this too: if you are an athlete and you are doing those types of things, what is the health risk of that? Because we all know steroids and all the risks.
So here we go. What are the health risks? The safety concerns. While officials have not confirmed the practice, the allegations raise significant health and ethical concerns with potential links to attempts at circumventing strict equipment regulations. The allegations surround the search for aerodynamic advantages following increased scrutiny on suit material and permeability. So that's what it comes down to.
If I'm putting this foreign substance in my body, what are the cancer risks long term?
Well, no. I mean, so this is the same filler that women put in lips. Same stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, I get that.
So it's
okay. Another one is what if you're trying to have a kid? What if you're trying to conceive with your wife or whatever? Is there a risk to that? Because look, you're putting something in your body that shouldn't be there.
I don't think
there's got to be risks.
I don't think they're injecting it that deep.
Man, I don't know, Bo. I'm not a subject matter expert on ball injection. But I'm just guessing. I'm just trying to think in my brain, like if I'm an athlete, how far am I going to go and jeopardize my body for the sport? I don't know. To me, that's just crazy.
It depends on how bad you want gold, I guess.
Man, I mean, I like gold, but damn, can we get some gold plated instead of the real stuff? I mean, damn. That's interesting. Well, learn something every day. Every day.
Yep.
So I have a quick question. Just going back to the Super Bowl. This is off topic, but this is just one question. I just want to get you guys, see what you guys thought. It's a stat. So who is the oldest quarterback to ever play in the Super Bowl?
I mean,
their first. I should say their first Super Bowl.
Oh, the first one.
Their first one.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, probably.
Unitas. Johnny U.
Oh,
that's right. He was like 68 when he first went.
Oh, he was old as hell. I saw that and I was like, man, that looks like a. I didn't know that. I didn't realize how old he was when he got into his first Super Bowl.
Well, that was because he won championships. He didn't win Super Bowls.
Well, that's true. That is the very point. That's the point.
So I was watching the Super Bowl halftime show from 1958.
Yeah.
They had 6 girls dressed as reindeer doing a little dance to Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah, I mean, I was imagining it was going to be frisbee dogs or something like it. It wouldn't have been. And Rob, he was talking the first time he got in, not the last, because otherwise probably would have been. I would have thought Brady, right?
Yeah, but, No, I'm talking about their very first Super Bowl.
Yeah. What's happening, Brad?
Good morning, Brad.
I was going to say, did Vinny Testaverde play in any of the Super Bowls? But no, I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's so and they I'm looking at all the other things that have happened. It's not
I mean, since we're briefly touching on football here, you had 50 Cent out there trolling Diggs. He's basically making fun of him because he loses the Super Bowl and Cardi B on the same day because Diggs ends up bringing some other chick to the party, and which because Diggs is super smart, and then he goes to court here in 3 days for the alleged, again, let's not sue the show, defamation, assault, and strangulation. So I mean, he could catch a whole lot of L's all in the same week, right? Like he could lose his girl, he could lose the Super Bowl, and he could go to jail.
You're talking about having a bad day. That's a bad day. That's a bad week. That makes me feel better about my life. I'm like, man, no matter what's going on in my life, I didn't lose all that, I guess.
Yeah, I do find it funny. It's the day before Valentine's Day that he could potentially be, becoming somebody's girlfriend in jail.
Oh, man. Here's a Kit Kat bar. What a time to be alive.
Again, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I just thought
he
it was
will
funny.
Allegedly maybe meet Bubba.
I just thought it was funny because 50 Cent is, always petty. And so it was funny to see him dial that up for Stephon Diggs.
I like some of 50 Cent. His original, the first one, right? The first album. I thought it was good. Different sound, good. But after that first album, I think it was like a huge drop off. He just never really did much. Now, he did do the acting. It's not like he didn't reinvent himself. He did some acting, and he had the vitamin water, right? I mean, he had a couple of things there. But
and you're right, the Diggs brothers.
Yeah, Diggs brothers are a mess.
It was funny. I was asked one of the questions I was asked on Radio Row was, which player would you not want to meet your sister? And I said Stephon Diggs. That I hear that I would not want him to meet any girl that I know.
Yeah. I mean, I put him and AB in the same. I don't know. AB's too crazy. I wouldn't want. Look, there's no crazy in my family. I don't need any more. So
Yeah, AB's a different kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely different. He's definitely different. I mean, I don't know. And then who would you want your sister to date?
I wouldn't.
That's what
First
I
off,
was.
thank God I don't have a sister. I ain't got to worry about stuff like that.
I don't know. You know, a good Peyton Manning. He seems like a good family guy. You know, it's like a quality
Listen,
guy. At least
yeah.
what I've seen of him. You know.
So I would say that he got married just out of college, right, Peyton?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, like so he had one girlfriend throughout all that time, and if that was the case, then I would allow my daughter or my sister to do that. Because that makes sense to me. But hey, I'm at a party and I just met Stefan Diggs. I'd be like, leave that party now. In fact,
Hell
I'm coming
yeah.
to get you. Don't even bother calling Uber. I'll be there in a minute.
Yep.
It's 45 minutes to there. I'll be there in 20.
Matter of fact, get on the sidewalk and start going left, and I'll meet you at the corner.
I'll be Winston Wolf there.
Yep.
Man, hell, me might as well just buy her an Uber. Just have an Uber. Your Uber will get there faster than you would. Just have it brought home.
Nope.
I would do that.
Nope. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't touch. Not only does he not touch whoever it is that I'm protecting, anytime I'm around, he's not going to touch anybody.
Well, that's true. Hey, trust me, I get it. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Would you want Ray Rice? We all know what Ray Rice did to his wife. Hell no.
So, there is much difference. I mean, I got to imagine, ultimately what happened was very similar. But what you didn't see is Ray Rice get the shit beat out of him by this girl for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Leading up to that. It's like he didn't get a second chance because he finally listen. I say all the time, these guys are on a different highway than we are. They operate on a different road than we do. These guys are driving 1,000,000 miles an hour. The people that they bring around them also drive 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yep.
When you're driving 1,000 miles an hour and you're dealing with somebody who's driving 1,000,000 miles an hour, you get into an accident. That girl, literally, they showed video beyond what you saw just in the elevator.
Yeah.
There was video leading up to that. And she literally was beating the shit out of him the entire time. Doesn't excuse what he did.
Yep.
And my daddy always said, I don't care what a woman does to you, never put a hand on her. But that's how I was raised.
It's like,
but
listen,
I understand we all have different.
But you can't, like, he snapped, and he snapped a little too much.
Yep.
If he just backhanded her and that was it, it probably would have been okay because everything else would have came out.
Look, as strong as he is, why not just put your hands around her?
Why didn't any of his crew step in?
Exactly. That's a good point. Where was the entourage? Why weren't they protecting?
No, they were all there. They all saw it. Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure there's other women in that entourage.
She never even pressed charges because she knew. And actually, she knew she screwed up. She knew she ruined his life at that moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a shame. It's a shame because ultimately, like I said, I don't think that he's that type of guy. I don't think he's the guy that just beats women. You know what I mean? I don't listen. I can imagine
I can't say I don't know. I don't know the man.
I don't know him either. I don't know him either. But I have not heard anything else since then. Yeah, not before or after. You know what I mean? It's just that one moment in time. And it was at the wrong time because it was the, not me movement and the cancel culture. So he is a footnote of that time span.
Right.
Again, I'm not condoning it. I don't think that it's right. All of that stuff falls into that category. But he was goaded into that and he fell for it and he wound up paying the price. So much so, You know what I mean? Like I said, they're still together.
Yes, exactly.
Let me ask this: doesn't he have paid security? I've got to imagine he has paid security, right? Even outside the entourage, they typically go around with paid security. Why wouldn't security doing their job and pulling her off?
Most of those guys don't have paid security.
No, but they do have an entourage. And listen, the entourage are friends. So they see this happening all the time. They see her going nuts and they roll their eyes. You know what I mean? Because there ain't nothing they can do about it for real. You know, that's just the way that their lives are. You know, so she's always doing this. This is not, it was when you saw the entirety of the video, you could tell he lives this life of her berating him all the friggin' time and
Why does he
beating
just get
him
out of it?
and
Why does he leave
smacking
her?
him. Well, because he, you know, for the same reason why you don't get out of anything that's ugly. You know what I mean? That that it's you
It's
enjoy the ugly. You enjoy the ugly.
right. Like some of it's just being a known quantity. You know what to expect. Some of it is some people just need the chaos. Like that is where they live. I have a friend that's that way. Like she'll get into relationships, and if they're not toxic, she's out. Like it is what it is. It's weird.
It is
and
weird.
As a friend, you do end up like at first you're like, oh, you know, this isn't right, whatever. And then after 20 years of this cycle, you're like, oh, you actually actively seek out toxic relationships. So there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
You know, and so then like his friends, you just kind of roll your eyes because when they're like, oh, he's cheating on me, it's like, yeah. And that is the guy you look for. So it is what it is. And you can bet
I almost don't
right
feel
here on coast to coast. Bet US, use the QR code on the screen. You can bet on you know, which one of these players is gonna get locked up first. Up to 125% of your first three deposits, 10% bet guarantee. That is not a real prop bet on Bet Us, just so you know.
I tell you though, you can bet on anything in this world.
Yeah, but you can't do it there. And then you can use this QR code on the screen. True Fusion Gym, any of the three locations, free 5-day pass, Pilates Bootcamp, Yoga Bar, and of course the new Reformer Studio at their Ballard location. Find your edge, True Fusion Gym.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's not a real prop bet. Although it would be hilarious if it was. And I'm sure there is.
I bet you on Kalshi they have like the Deadpool. That's what it is. It's like a Deadpool, the arrest pool. Who's the next one to get arrested?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would bet there it is, but any of the actual casino style, that's not a real prop bet. But Kalshi has some weird stuff, and I bet it is on there.
No doubt
in my mind that it's there.
I wonder, you know, since obviously this is kind of public knowledge about his wife and berating and things like that. I wonder if his agent ever said, "Hey, you know, maybe this isn't a good business move for you to be with her." I wonder if he's ever like talked to him about that, or just say, "No, it's not my business. Let me leave it alone."
So let me ask you this, there, Jay.
Yeah.
You had somebody on the outside, and you've been married to your wife for a long time. That's just like, hey, this is probably not right for you. You're in love with your wife. You don't see a problem with your relationship. Are you going to listen to that person, or are you going to be like, yeah, shut up, dude?
You're probably gonna say shut up, dude. But I just
There
feel
you
like I feel like as an agent, you're supposed to kind of look out for their well-being. Like, because you know, that's your job is to take care of it. But I understand maybe there's too much taken care of. Maybe they're just there for the financial side of it.
No,
and they're not supposed to.
It's just a step too far, because the problem is when you're in a relationship, you, even if it's a bad relationship, you justify it in your mind. So if somebody says something from the outside, you're like, yeah, shut up. Like, you don't know. And then if it does end, then you'll be like, hey, you know what? You were right. But when you're in it, there's nothing anybody can tell you.
And you're 100% correct. I agree with what you're saying. I do.
And that's just part of the life. You know, like I said, this is the life that they lead. And there are certain people that don't lead that life. There are other people that do lead that life.
Yep.
And it's a mixed bag in the NFL. Basketball is a lot different. Basketball, the PR people are living with with the high profile. You imagine all of the weirdo stuff James Harden has gotten himself out of that we don't ever hear about or know about.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that he's probably close to the 20,000 girl mark. Very similar to Will Chamberlain. That's the way he plays. That's the way he rolls. And I got to imagine some of those things are ridiculously toxic.
Oh, of course.
Like from the gate, like weirdo toxic. But nobody ever hears about it because he carries his PR person with him. And that it's like, hey, we separate everybody, in the mix. So he is separated the moment that I say that I deem it worthy to be separated. And that's somebody else is controlling that. It's like having a referee right there with you who throws the flag the moment that something gets out of hand. And it's always on the other person. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, Pags, you have an agent. Is there what exactly is the rule of thumb for an agent in terms of what services they provide to their clients? I mean, does any of it have to do with what we're talking about, or is it just strictly a financial type of thing?
Probably
in
depends
my
on how much
case, an agent, like in my case, an agent is also a little bit of a life coach. It's like I go to him for a certain direction. I go to him to handle my financial affairs when it comes to dealing with another company, because ultimately I don't know what my worth is in a real sense until somebody says you're getting paid this much. So I don't like leaving money on the table. So I don't want to say, hey, pay me $1,500 and it's worth $5.
Right.
That also being said, I also use my agent. Hey, what are your thoughts on this? On me doing this? Or what's going on with this? And he'll tell me, no, I think it's a good idea. No, I think it's a bad idea. It's like those are you want that sounding board. Listen, am I always going to listen to what he's got to say? No, because sometimes I know better for me. You know what I mean? And as long as it's not going to affect my earning potential, I may take a chance.
Yeah.
I may look ridiculous. Dancing that gritty was a professional decision that was ridiculous for me. You know what I mean? I know I can't dance a gritty. I can't dance a lick. But you know what? It got exactly the thing I wanted from it. Would he have suggested dancing? No. No, because it makes you look like a fool. But I don't mind looking like a fool in that spot. It's because it's harmless fun. It's a little ridiculous. It puts myself out there some, and people know that they can be a little silly when it comes to me. And that's okay. Does that mean that you only want to do one of those, though? I don't want to start a trend of me doing silly stuff because then you lose the respect of the players that I've already gained. The fact that I'm here,
then you're a choker.
Right. Yeah. Then it's like you're the clown.
I think you're losing the desired effect that you're trying to get from it as well, because it becomes watered down. It's all the time. So,
right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get it. By the way, in the gritty, the problem you were having was you're supposed to be a hop motion with your legs together. You were trying to do this motion. It's supposed to be like this.
Yeah. I listen. There was no way I was going to learn it, and it looked. I got the desired results.
Oh, I know.
Was to look ridiculous, and it was ridiculous as I'm celebrating the fact that we had 2 days left as defending champions.
So
the gritty is popular.
Jay, did you expect him to do good? He tried to do an out route and just ate shit.
That's true, man. I showed that to my wife. I said, "No, look at this. This is so." She's like, "Oh my god, that looks painful." I said, "No, apparently he said he knew how to take a fall."
I know how to take a fall. Actually, my wrist hurt. My wrist hurt for a couple days, but and my knee is actually I feel a little bump on my knee that's still there now.
Yeah.
After a week after the fact, but I mean it was again, it was hysterical. I don't know if it was the desired effect that I was looking for. I now know that I am playing defense from here on out when it comes to that type of stuff. But it's it is what it is.
I like the fact that normally when somebody trips and falls or whatever, they kind of like stumbled. You just went down. Like there was no more momentum. It was just like you hit a wall and down.
Oh no! I took 3 steps. If you watch it, like I said, I haven't posted it yet, and I'm going to. I am going to post it. But I took 3 steps and then hit my knee and then fell. So you got to let the momentum take you, and you have to fall it.
We have the video.
Share that one more time. Just one more time. That is so awesome.
So we
It's
got
like 1, 2, 1, 3. Boom.
God.
I mean, it straight looks like you got tased.
That's exactly what it looks like. He got tased. Only thing would have made that better is when you hit the floor, if you would have kind of convulsed up a little bit, that would have been awesome.
So good. So good.
Man, you can't make that up. That is good content. I don't care who you are.
It was great.
So, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of doing that. And I now and listen, you want to talk about like the first few, like the first kid I went up against, where I was doing offense and he was doing offense, and we were going back and forth. Like I was so out of breath. I'm like, like breathing heavy and such, because I had no preparation for that whatsoever. So you're like moving and moving and moving, and then next thing you know, you're like, whoa, dude, like I gotta breathe for a second. Let me let me expand the airways as best as I can.
Yeah.
Man, if you could have had a pink cape on, that would have been better. Which we saw Invincible. No, we gotta watch the movie Invincible. When you watch the movie Invincible, he does the open tryouts. The heavyset guy comes in a pink like unitard with the cape, and he's out there trying to do the drills.
A red cape. It's not a pink cape.
Was it red?
It's a Superman cape. Yeah.
Yeah. But the whole thing was just awesome. It was awesome.
So, and next year I will be doing it again. Like we will be playing flag football, versus the people that are there in LA about to go in. I may actually, and I will be a part of the celebrity flag football game against the disabled veterans. So I made sure that is absolutely going to happen. So I will be in better shape next year for this. Like I will not be out of breath as quickly as I was. I will not. I may still fall like that. Like I may still. Like I don't run. Like I don't juke and jive. So I juked and jived out of my own shoes.
You're like a Clydesdale. You're not a thoroughbred. You're a Clydesdale.
Exactly. I got some big hoppers. You know what I mean? It's like I got big hands and big feet. You know what they call a guy with big hands and big feet?
No, what do they
call them?
Oh,
exactly.
But maybe you need to do like a regiment for this. Maybe curtail your diet so that way it matches your calorie burn, and then you'll get chiseled up between now and then. You got a whole year to get in shape. You got.
Yeah, I do.
I'm planning to be there for Radio Row next year too. So,
God,
should be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to do that. You could probably start working every angle you can with the Seahawks, because it's going to be hard right now because they're the Super Bowl champions. Everybody's going to want to cover them.
Oh, no. I just mean
so you want to start to work out.
I mean, for the Super Bowl specifically. No. Actually getting a response from the Seahawks has been a grueling effort.
Right. So, but
well,
you have ins in different spots now.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, even with this is what's wild. I don't know what like other franchises aren't quite the way the Seahawks are. The Seahawks actively ignore people, so which is bizarre to me, but they do. So a buddy of mine who is credentialed for the NFL let me use his portal login so that I could email directly to the head for the Seahawks, and still nothing. Still no responses of any kind. So, I mean, at least when you're talking about like the Cardinals and stuff like that, they'll at least respond, even if they're saying no. They'll at least respond. When it comes to the Seahawks, they straight up just don't even acknowledge that they got anything, which that is crazy to me.
Is that because they have predetermined people that they want to deal with only, and anything outside of that predetermined, they just...
Seattle is very big on legacy media.
Yeah.
Like they are not a fan of anybody that's not true legacy media. So if you don't have ESPN, Fox, NBC, that type of stuff, they do have one guy that is independent, but only because he was there for years with Fox.
Okay.
Right. So then he started his own thing, but they're used to seeing it. And so they let him continue to do it. And but yeah, when it comes to people trying to get in, they gatekeep hard. And not even to the point where they send you no so you could respond and be like, okay, well, what do I need to do? They just straight don't respond in any way. And so that has been a frustrating experience.
Do you think that's because they want their stuff to be shaped a certain kind of way, and they know the big outlets, they can shape the narrative how they want it to be? And maybe an independent guy might ask a question that they don't want them to ask, or something of that nature?
Jay, I could probably give you a better response if they'd answer an email. I'm not bitter about it at all.
And Frankie, I just saw your thing. If you are going to be there, get a hold of me. I am having a celebrity charity poker game at the draft. The Wednesday before the draft, we are going to be having a poker tournament, and it's going to be the World Series of NFL for charity.
I like it.
So if you're a poker player, definitely come and get a hold of me.
Where's it draft? Is it Madison Square Garden, or where are they doing the draft at in New York?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Who is this guy? Yeah, I mean,
who is this?
When it comes to media, I am a feeder fish at best. Yes. Like
the draft is in Pittsburgh, just so that we know.
Yep. I'm as small a fish as it gets. So there's that.
Man, that's not gonna be that would be much of a trip for you at all. That's in your backyard, so that might be too costly or taxing on your body having to go just to Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah,
not very far at all.
That's a few-hour drive, something like that.
4.5, 5 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that for people watching over here, that'd be the same as us driving to Spokane. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just on the other side of the state, and it is right down the street. Just it's a long street.
Yeah. Right.
Do we have any names yet for this said poker game, or can you release that information? I don't know. You might not be able to release it.
So it's a charity poker tournament. I have been working on getting some ex-Steelers to play and some prominent Pittsburgh people to be involved. I cannot mention any names yet until I get the 100% approval through because I can raise a certain amount of money on my own, but I need a 501c3 to help. And sure. I am working with one to hopefully finalize all the details here this week. And then it's going to be, initially it was going to be, hey, I want super fans to do this, but it's not only going to be super fans, it's also going to be sports influencers, NFL influencers involved in this as well. So I want it to be,
and
the charities will be, each individual is going to play for their own charity, to however they want to, donate the money to. It has to be a real 501c3. If they are to win or come in second place, that charity will receive the funding. But the purpose of this is to announce all the charities, to give a little bit of play to each one of them. So we're going to be interviewing all of the athletes that play in this tournament, you know what I mean, and talk about their charity a little bit and start to get, like I said, they're going to all get a little bit of airtime in the mix of this, so that
Awesome.
we can kind of share that. Like, so I'm going to have this is going to be a production where it's like, hey, I'm going to have the screen in the back where they're going to be able to talk about their charity, and we're going to get little blurbs on their charity. Like, anybody who signs up is going to have to let me know which charity they're playing for, so that I can get a small little clip of their charity and give them a little bit of, at least a recognition. You know what I mean? Like I said, they may not get a dime from this, but they will get a small amount of advertising that they could share as, hey, we had our guy play for our charity and he sucked. You know what I mean? And but he played for our charity and we really appreciate that. You know what I mean? He gave us some recognition on the national stage. And that's what we're trying to do.
And there probably will be donations along the way, even in a loss.
Right. Like, so, like, and that's kind of it. Like, hey, if you want to donate to this charity, you could donate through this guy's name. You know what I mean? And ultimately play that card. Like, there's some of that's going to be involved with this, but there's only going to be there's going to be a Pittsburgh charity that's automatic that gets involved in this, whoever that charity is. And like I said, I should be able to announce this hopefully within the next couple of days. And then and whoever's charity comes in first place, the winner, and in second place. And just so that everybody knows, I will not be playing because I'm a really good poker player and you don't want me in this tournament. So
I would like to see, hopefully, maybe one of these days. I don't know how many people ever play for this charity, but I'd love to see it. Homes for Our Troops. There's a .org charity for that. And I'm hoping maybe somebody will actually do that for those guys.
So fly there and play.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Hey.
I tell you what, Dallas is a pretty tough one to get into because I have 3 Dallas guys already.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's because look, we have one of the largest fan bases. I gotta imagine it would be hard. Seriously,
just pretend you're Dustin and just switch teams whenever you want.
Man.
That's there as one of
the he's lost. Dustin's lost. He's lost. Yeah, he doesn't have a North Star anymore. It went south or east on him.
Just keep the same win percentage. Go be a Browns fan or something.
Oh man, that's brutal. That is brutal. That would be brutal to be a Browns fan.
That'd be brutal. Yeah, just to the top of the hour. We appreciate everybody playing along. Be sure to like and subscribe. Helps us bring our stuff to you. Otherwise, we're gonna see y'all tomorrow. And we'll see y'all next time. Take it easy, everybody.
What he said.